Back with another album review. Today's review is going to be something special, and you can probably tell by the title. Why is it special? As today we're taking a look at a solo album for the first time. However, this is no ordinary solo album. It's called Wanderlust, and this is the only solo album from Gavin Rossdale. Before I start talking about the album, I like to say that when I was at Sound Exchange looking at the Bush section, I conveniently stumbled upon this album and picked it up. Now, this is the first material that Gavin Rossdale worked on since Distort Yourself from Institute. The original title of this album was going to be This Place is on Fire, but it was later changed to Wanderlust. This album was recorded between 2007 and 2008, and it was released on June 3rd, 2008 under Interscope. It's primarily centered around alternative rock. This album was produced by Bob Rock, but has also worked with various other bands such as Metallica, Aerosmith, The Cult, The Offspring, and Motley Crue, to name a few. He later go on to work with Bush as a producer after their reunion, but we'll get to that later. Gavin Rossdale was not the only musician involved with the production of this album, because he also got help from Chris Traynor to play guitar. This makes sense because Chris worked with Bush during their original run and was also the lead guitarist for Institute. Nowadays, he's the lead guitarist for Bush. You also have Paul Bushnell on bass, Jamie Mahobarek on keyboards, and Josh Freese, the original drummer for Institute, on drums. There's also Toya Barnes, Esther Austin, and Angie Fisher on backing vocals. There's some more people who also do backing vocals on this album, but we'll get to that later when we discuss the songs. From what I read is that this album got mixed reviews, which doesn't make any sense because I really like this album. The only sources that actually like this album are 411 Mania, Entertainment Weekly, and the Los Angeles Times. So it's great to know that those people actually know that the album is good. Now to actually discuss the songs. This album starts with Can't Stop the World, which sets the basis for what we're in for. The song also features backing vocals from Gwen Stefani, who I previously mentioned was married to Gavin Rossdale at the time. I know that people always shit on Gwen Stefani, but I'm not sure why, nor am I too familiar with her work. Wherever You May Run was released as a single, and the single was released on April 19th, 2009. I read online that Gavin performed the song live on the Ellen DeGeneres show on March 21st, 2009. There was a music video released on April 28th, 2009. I also read that Gavin's first son, Kingston, has a cameo in the video, 2 minutes and 23 seconds in. The Skin I'm In has a slow pace to it, but also feels pretty atmospheric. Future World is another slow-paced song, but also feels atmospheric. Love Remains the Same is what serves as the lead single, and the single was released on May 1st, 2008, just over a month before the album was released. The song is primarily centered around soft rock. From what I read is that the song became Gavin's first top 40 hit in the US since '95 when Bush scored big with Come Down and Glycerine. And this also became Gavin's most successful solo track. If You're Not With Us, You Are Against Us has a more aggressive sound to it, and I really like this song. This Is Happiness is what follows, and has a pretty heavy sound to it. After that is Another Night in the Hills. The song in particular has a fast pace to it, and even features backing vocals from Katy Perry. I like to go slightly off track and say that I'm not too familiar with Katy Perry, nor do I listen to her music. I know that the music video for her song Firework was featured on Beavis and Butthead, but that's the only song of hers I've actually heard. Next is The Trouble I'm In, which is a pretty interesting song to talk about because it features backing vocals from Shirley Manson. And how awesome is that? is it that Shirley Manson, the lead singer of Garbage, would actually be working with Gavin Rossdale. After that comes Beauty and the Beast, which pretty much serves as the grand finale for this album. However, there is a hidden bonus track called This Place is on Fire. There are also some more bonus tracks called I Don't Want to Lose Myself Tonight and You Can't Run From What You Forget. But those two songs aren't on this version of the album. The 2013 Edsel Records re-release includes the three songs I previously mentioned, as well as Jungle in the Circus and Via Con Dios. Overall, I really enjoyed this album, and I recommend buying it and giving it a listen. I do have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that this is the only solo album that Gavin Rossdale ever worked on. The good news is that Bush reunited 2 years after this album was released, and are still releasing new material to this day. And that's all I have to say on this album. Yeah, if you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment if you'd like. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next Wednesday with another album review.